guys, what is up, and welcome back to day 2 of The Sims 4 Spooktakular, which if you don't know is a little Halloween thing that I'm trying to do, but I've already successfully failed at doing it because I missed 2 days because I had a super busy weekend, and I apologize for that, but I'll try to make up for it and pop a couple videos in like 2 videos a day for 2 days or something like that. I'll see what I can pull off. I don't know. I'm off for a lot of this week, so maybe. So, anyway, what we're building, as you can see, it is called Death's Underground Lounge. We're currently building a graveyard, which is going to have like a bunch of mausoleums, which I actually ended up deleting 2 of them, and I spent a lot of time building them, so it's kind of a bummer to know that that happened. But it did, and it's fine. I'm over it, kind of, not really, a little bit. It's fine. But the whole point of this was, I saw someone in the Sims community, it's a Facebook group page I'm on, was talking about how they wanted to build a community lot in Forgotten Hollow, but like they couldn't find something that matched the aesthetic of Forgotten Hollow, and I had never really thought about it needing a community lot, because it's got that weird little park bit that you can't edit, like right in the middle of town, you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, I want to put a community lot in Forgotten Hollow. But, the aesthetic of it all is definitely a big struggle to find something that could match. So I decided that I didn't want to see the outside. So we were going to do a basement and then put something over top of it. For a while I thought about just doing like a super dead forest and like just plopping some stairs in there somewhere and like hiding it with some shrubbery. But then I was like, wait, that would look super weird just having a lot with some trees on it. So I didn't go that route. And then I was like, I could do a cemetery. I was like, but the gravestones aren't really big enough. And at the time, I didn't think there was a way to get headstones without murdering tons and tons of Sims. And I was like, what is the point of building a community lot if you ain't got no community to use the lot? Because you killed them all. Actually, it could have been a ghost lounge. That could have been pretty cool. I could have been into that. In hindsight. Maybe next time. But anyway, so I decided to go with mausoleums because I could just toss some coffins in there, and then I could add steps into one of them to lead down to the basement. So there was no way you could see the steps from the outside. Like, you just saw a bunch of mausoleums. And like I said, couldn't find gravestones, which is why I initially did the 5 of them. But I did end up finding tombstones after some research on the internet and some helpful people in a Sims group chat that I have. So, thanks guys. If you ever decide you want to watch this, thanks to you. Anyway, so this is what we're left with. I used a lot of the stuff from the Vampire pack, obviously, and mostly base game. I did try to stick with base game and Vampire stuff, just because I wanted you to be able to download this lot if you didn't have any other packs. There are a few things that I did do differently. Like, I know a couple things are from Windenburg. But like it'll be maybe that like trim on the mausoleum and like bar stools, super easy things to replace, and maybe a couple toilets. But you can really put whatever you want in there, so I don't think it makes that big a deal. It's not like you're gonna lose everything if you don't have the other packs. Oh look, I tried to use greenery again on the side of a building, and I'm gonna spend 20 minutes trying to do that and delete it all again. Moral of the story, don't put ivy on buildings. It doesn't work out. It actually didn't look half bad. I think the only reason I deleted it was because I have those dead rose bushes sitting right there, and I was like, it doesn't all go together. And then I tried to like do these things, and it just didn't look how I wanted it to. This is uploaded on the gallery if you use the hashtag StealthyPenguin2. I would give my origin username, but people can't seem to find that. So I just use the hashtag. That's fine. If you go in the gallery, though, you won't see the tombstones and everything that I added. You are going to have to do bb.showhiddenobjects to get to them. And, what else is it? Oh, you have to do the testing cheats thingy before that. And I also did use bb.moveObjects. I don't know exactly what it applied to, but I used it. So just turn those on before you drop that in your gallery if you want it to be actually functional. But for the most part, you really shouldn't have any issues. if you want to download it. Obviously, you don't have to, but just putting it out there. It is an option. Like I've said several thousand bajillion times, I like to make everything super accessible for you guys in the gallery if you like anything that I build or any Sims that I create. So, yeah. I was trying to find portraits for in here, but we don't have as many portraits as I thought that we did. In the colors, I wanted them all to have gray frames, and that just was not happening. Oh, look, here's the part where Brittany can't do steps, so she has to call Chris to come put in steps, because basements are just beyond my basic comprehension, essentially. And it was the first time Chris discovered the custom stair tool, which was pretty cool, because he found out you could swivel stairs. And he's been playing with that ever since. And now we're building in bathrooms, because everywhere needs a bathroom. But did I build a bathroom? Hello, bathrooms. There they are. I was trying to figure out the good size. A good size, not the good size. A good size for the basement. And I always like building basements just because you really don't have to worry about what the outside looks like, and I think that kind of allows you to do some more like creative things floor plan wise, is because the outside doesn't matter as much. So that's always fun. And yes, I put couches in the bathroom. If you've ever been in a fancy bathroom, there's usually some type of fancy couch. I have no idea how much this lot costs, but I don't think you have to pay to place community lots anyway, so you shouldn't have any issues there. Those are the toilets I was talking about. They are from Realm of Magic, so you could just swap them out for any toilets. It's gonna work just fine. I just personally don't like the vampire toilets. I think they look kind of strange, but that's just personal preference. So yeah, I did end up using base game sinks. Base game, shocker, people still use that? You'd be surprised. What am I doing? Oh, sconces. We went with sconces. I swore I did chandeliers in every single bathroom. But I suppose not. In hindsight, I probably wouldn't put in 2 bathrooms, just because each bathroom has 4 stalls, if you want to call them. And, like, you don't really need 8 bathrooms. I mean, it's great, because you'll never have a sim pee themselves on your lot. But, like, nobody really needs that, you know? Here I was trying to do a VIP lounge type area, just for, like, people to hang out. I watch a lot of Bar Rescue, or at least I used to. And this was a big thing they talked about, so I figured I'd toss it in there. Do the little velvet rope. So that was fun. I had just recently gotten the vintage glamour pack thingy bobber, and I wanted to try to find some things from there to put in here, but I was building on Chris's computer, and I quickly realized that all the new packs I had just gotten for my birthday weren't installed on Chris's computer, which I thought he updated it right after I did, so I couldn't access them. So that's why this ended up being mostly just vampires and base game. It's because, like, I wanted some fancy stuff, and Chris didn't have the fancy stuff. So that's always interesting going from my computer to his computer, because I'm always like, yeah, I'm used to having all this stuff. And then I'm like, wait, Chris, you're missing half the packs. Or everything's still showing up as super new, which can be mildly frustrating. I also probably would have switched the chairs. Now that I'm looking at this, those chairs are huge for, like, a bar or lounge. Great for a dining room. Like, if I did, like, a vampire house with a dining room. Super awesome chairs. But, like, for a lounge, maybe not. And the organ might be a bit of a stretch. They said I needed instruments, though, for it to be considered a lounge. And so I put them in there. But I don't want it to just be like a bar, you know. I didn't really know what I wanted. I kind of wanted a club. I kind of wanted a bar. I kind of wanted a lounge. I thought about doing a cafe. I was super duper up in the air about what I was going to do. So this is what we ended up with. And I actually like it. I'm mildly impressed by how it turned out. So, what else do I have to add? Is this where I have to put in a stereo? Kept telling me I needed a gosh darn stereo. I was like, I don't want one. We have a piano. We have a microphone. They will entertain themselves. It's fine. We got some chandeliers everywhere. See, I think it's so cool as like a vampire place or like an occult place. Like as a regular bar, like I wouldn't go here. I think it would freak me out. But if I were a vampire, I would hang out there. Not like a Twilight vampire though, like a spooky vampire, like underworld. Like an underworld vampire.
You talking about spooky vampires and underwear?
I haven't seen a lot of vampire movies.
Underworld's a pathetic excuse.
Chris is being aggressive. Like if I were Dracula, I'd totally hang out. You are in your.
The best vampire is the Count.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Actually no. I was gonna say I think our little cemetery could have used a little bit more lighting, but you know what though? Those terrain tools. So I'm always the one to say terrain tools suck. I don't like terrain tools. I can't figure them out. They came in super handy with this build. Like I got to do the little stone pathway. I got to change the color of the grass, and I think that was super freaking awesome. And what I also got to do that I don't think enough people are gonna notice why I did it or what I did was I added like little dirt paths so that you guys, like, it looked like bodies had just been buried in the cemetery. Chris noticed it. I was a little surprised, actually. I was like, nobody's gonna know what I did. And he's like, the dirt? And I was like, oh my god, you saw it! I was so excited. Back here, I did a little, I'm not there yet. But anyway, in the back, I ended up doing a vampire graveyard as well with all the tombstones. Chris says I should have mixed them, but I kind of like having it be its own separate thing. I don't know. But yeah, see, I have the vampire tombstones. Like I said, you just have to do show hidden objects, and then you can just type it in the search bar. You might even be able to do it without show hidden objects, to be completely honest. I haven't actually tried it. This was just the way I was told would be best to do it, so I did it this way. I also did bump things up a lot in size. I don't know if that would affect it if you download it from the gallery or not, but just be warned about that. I tried to put some shelves in there to add some urns, and I couldn't get them to sit on the shelf. So this is why they just end up on the floor. But we also have some urns in the mausoleums because I felt like 2 coffins weren't quite enough. So we did this. And vampires can nap here. So that's pretty exciting, I feel like. See, I even used spider webs. I never used those stupid spider webs, and I decided to. I went all out for this build. I know it seems like a lot of repetitiveness, and that I probably didn't try all that hard, but I did. I promise. I put a lot of effort into it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this build. I enjoyed making it immensely. Comment down below if you have any ideas for the Spooktakular. Let me know if you downloaded this, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.